That was a slightly bad changeover, but it'll do. Am I alive? Yes, good. We've got desktop audio, me audio. Okay then. I think can I turn that mic up any further? No. Okay. Which of those is it? That's the autosave. Let's put that out of the way so that I can see chat. Oh man, I am extremely sleepy today because I was up till 4, having played Among Us till gone 2, which was a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to produce some highlights from that. But also, then today I was doing some recording for a thing, and it was tiring. Very tiring. So now we're going to descend into the abyss. Or even the abyss. I can pronounce English words. Thank you, Lexi! I forgot to disable emote only again. Never mind. So we're going to get our asses kicked, probably.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. Yourself?
Not bad. Sleepy as hell, but other than that, contented. On a Sunday in September.
Oh, it's September already.
It's nearly halfway through September, horrifyingly.
One moment. Just seeing them getting a bit of echo come through for you. You don't want that on your stream.
I couldn't hear anything. But, is it really humid where you are?
I can't hear you.
Oh, it does help.
There we go.
Hooray! Is it really humid where you are?
It was, but it's not been. I mean, it kind of is, but like, it's not too bad today.
Fair enough.
I mean, I have got a fan on.
It's just been absolutely murderously humid here. North
It was really bad a few days ago. It was getting like 27 degrees ish, and I was just like, it's been much. September.
Yeah, I think we got close to 30 one day this week. I don't know where it's come from, but really, really heavy. Just incredible humidity.
Yeah. No, I can't be living with that.
This guide is wrong. That's great.
I love it when guides know nothing.
Actually, it might not be a problem with the guide. It might be my brain is so fried that I accidentally did something twice when I thought I only did it once. Because that's a thing that happens sometimes.
Yeah. But also guides can be wrong.
Guides can be wrong. It's true.
And also a version of a game can be different than the guy placed in another version.
This is the official guide for this version of the game, but there were 2 or 3 mistakes in the official guide for the original version of the game. Where are these going to go? They're going to go in that direction.
God, I was using the official guide for Final Fantasy X, which is mostly fine, still.
Oh.
It's basically they mistranslated a couple item names for the Celestial Weapon stuff.
Ah.
And in the HD version, they corrected it.
Right.
But other than that, it's all the same because the version we got in the UK is the national version, but was used as the basis for the HD remaster.
Yeah.
Whereas the American one is was not on PS2.
Yeah. Oh shit! I attacked a magic pot. I should not do that.
No.
Let us go somewhere else and do something else. While the pot calms down. Because, oops. Let's go to the north.
I ended up spending less time than I thought I would with 12, even though I spent like 50 hours on it.
I mean, Zodiac Age is a much quicker version of the game. Even if you're doing loads of optional stuff.
It is the second time I've gone through Zodiac Age.
Yeah, just to finish that thought about inaccuracies in guides, the original official guide for what's going on? Pinello's confused. The original official guide for 12 listed the Omega weapons HP as its Japanese total, which is 10 times as much as its Western total.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's fun. I'm getting my ass kicked here.
I mean, like, the thing is, I'm not gonna lie, I've not had in my lifetime many of the official guides for things. I had a Pokemon one.
Yeah.
Because I was stuck, and the thing I was stuck on was really basic. It was literally just find one thing and go somewhere else.
Sometimes it's like that though.
Yeah. It's
I
worse the
definitely-
age where it's like, it was a time where I just wasn't really looking stuff up on the internet.
Yeah.
Because that's how long ago this was. I mean, there probably was the stuff there, but I was like,
Yeah.
not on the computer all the time. I was 7 years old.
Yeah. I mean, I several times phoned the official Nintendo helpline for N64 games.
Oh, yeah.
I feel
begging
old for you.
Hi.
Hi.
I am now in southwest. So it should be 12. Okay. Oh god. But yeah, like, thank God we live in the age of just Google it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that long after I started using, like, online walkthroughs. I remember printing out a walkthrough for Mega Man X Command Mission.
Wow. I
God.
don't think I've ever printed out a walkthrough. I printed out some. I think I generally printed out cheat lists, actually.
It's the only walkthrough I printed out. The cheat lists I wrote down in notebooks, or or in the note section of manuals for particular games.
Oh god. But every manual used to have a note section.
Yeah. It was good for something.
Yeah.
I love
Except that it
buying
was- The thing with that stuff was it was printed on paper that you couldn't write on in pencil.
Yes.
Or
That's where you got pen.
and like basically only biro worked on it. Gel pen and like ink
Yeah.
pens would wipe off.
Yeah. I remember I borrowed a friend's copy of The Wind Waker. And like, there's a part of that game where you have to go hunt for like pieces of the Triforce and all that.
Yep.
But this friend of mine was like one to really love like doing like really nice notes and like actually make a creative effort. So there's just a really nice map of like where everything was. It was just really nicely drawn.
Yeah. Lovely.
Oh.
I love shit like that. I never made any of it. Is that a full... That's a fake wall.
I bought like some graph paper because I thought about getting into some old dungeon crawler game.
Yeah.
And draw out the map, but like I haven't found one. It was gonna be Phantasy Star, but then they released the version of Phantasy Star that draws the map for you.
Ah, that spoils the fun a bit.
Yeah. It also just like changes the pace of the game as well by like having encounter rates and doubling EXP and money gain.
Huh. That would change things up a bit, yeah.
That game is a bit grindy in its original version, so I'm happy to play the one with the doubled experience.
Penelo, please don't kill my entire party while confused. That would be bad. Oh god.
This city makes me feel like I'm in a Dark Souls zone.
Oh, you're playing Arise?
Alright, yeah. I just hit the second city, and it feels like... What's that fucking town in Dark Souls 3?
Is
that the city in the ice zone?
No.
Is it the one with like multiple sort of layers? It's kind of...
Yeah.
Like a cliffside or whatever.
Yeah, the one you have to get to after like the giant bridge.
Right?
Yeah.
That game's not as long as other Dark Souls, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. Locations. It's Irithyll of the Boreal Valley. That's the one.
That's the most Tolkien-y name they could possibly have gone for.
Yeah.
There's definitely some names in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, because they're working off of 2 Dark Souls games of running out of things to name things.
Maybe that's why they had to get George R. R. Martin.
They ran out of Tolkien, so they got Martin.
It's some of the interesting things about Dark Souls 3 is it is like it's names of old places, but because of time they've changed, kind of thing.
Yep.
In some interesting ways, and some it's just it's just this place again.
Oh, this is a problem.
I love Firelink Shrine. But yeah, no, this town is not only the ice, but the architecture and layering of like streets. Very winding back and forth in order to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my
god.
god.
That's the exit to the Navira. Snow plains.
The thing I remember about Dark Souls 3 is just how big every area sort of like. Again, there's a lot of like wide open spaces in that game.
Yeah.
Which is a kind of a thing they pull from some areas from Bloodborne, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was very let's make a Dark Souls like we made a Bloodborne.
It's I would argue more that Dark Souls 3 is kind of like just a general best of.
Yeah, I know, but like Bloodborne was already kind of like let's see what we can do with the new hardware. Dark Souls 3 was just like let's do that, but in a Souls game, with all the Bloodborne fans now.
And put candles everywhere.
Yes. Dunk your head in wax.
This fight is going extremely poorly.
Oh, I've been playing Revenant Wings.
Oh?
It's okay. It's weird adjusting to a real-time strategy game, but you kind of have to grind for levels a bit. But the way you grind for levels is doing an entire mission. So, because you don't get experience until the end of the mission.
So it's kind of a bit tactics gamey.
Well, in tactics you get EXP immediately for doing an action.
But like the chunks of play are very long, is what I mean.
There can be. It's not so much as that, really.
Okay.
But it's heavily rock paper scissorsy is the thing. And there's kind of 2 layers rock paper scissors to it as well. Because there's three types of unit: melee, flying, and ranged. And they can all have elemental affinities as well, like weaknesses and strengths. So it's those 2 layers of rock paper scissors, and sometimes the elemental one matters more than the other, and sometimes the type of unit matters more. But I'm just kind of stuck because I'm under-leveled. So I have to go out and grind more.
Oh man, yeah, grinding in that kind of game can be absolutely wretched.
Yeah, and at least the nice thing, if you fail a mission, you do get experience points.
That's good at least. It's not.
It's
like
not as many as you would for finishing
progress
it,
lost and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can just like return to the map immediately after failing. You can be like, I want to try this again, or like, let's go somewhere else. So it definitely feels like there's some kindness to it, because I imagine like it's people not going into a genre they're not as familiar with, but
yeah,
I don't know, it's taking me a while to get through.
Yeah, I can imagine. I do want to, like I say this every time, I really want to play it at some point, but also...
Of all people that I think should play it, you probably should.
Yeah.
It's very touchscreen heavy is the thing. But in a way that probably wouldn't be too bad with a mouse.
I mean, if it's RTS, then that's very naturally kind of mousy.
Yeah, you'll probably just have to use... you could probably get away with playing it even with a keyboard. The mouse is the thing. Because like there's not any like there's a couple bindings maybe like for select all units, and like I think I used one button, and then I used the D-pad to move the screen around.
Yeah. How many units are you controlling typically?
They come in groups of, and there's usually about 5 or 6. What do you think? There's about 5 groups. You can individually select a unit, but it's too much hassle that it's worth.
Okay.
But you can, at the top of the screen, just click one of the main characters to just select their group.
That sounds like Revenant, not Revenant, Last Remnant, of all things.
Yeah, but it's probably not as obtuse as Last Remnant.
I should hope not.
It's the director on the game is Momoto Toriyama. Momoto Toriyama. I always get his name wrong. Was Motomu Toriyama, that's his name.
Huh.
Who's director of Final Fantasy 10 to 13, all the 13 games, and co-director on 7 Remake.
Well, he knows what he's doing. Generally speaking.
Yeah. I think it's weird because like I was looking into sort of the history of Revenant Wings a bit, and like it seems like what they did is they did the tactics thing of buying another studio to make a game that they made.
Fair enough. Whatever works.
Like, well, for Tactics they bought the one guy, and they bought the rest of the studio for Tactics Advance. But yeah, no, there was some other like real-time strategist game on the Game Boy Advance. I don't think they bought the studio. They might just hire them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very Square Enix of that period kind of move.
Yeah.
Now they've found themselves with a bunch of studios that they don't entirely know what to do with.
Oh,
especially
on the western side.
Yeah. Let's prank this magic pot.
I guess all they found to do is several Marvel games. Well, only the 2 so far.
Don't attack it. Wait, can we attack it now? I forget. I think we can. do is spawn a bunch of zombies on us. Forgot about that little detail. I didn't kill the pot. And I need to get Bash out of the party so that I can steal my elixir back. Where's the pot gone? I'm lost. There's no map for this area. Barn, get in here.
I do appreciate just being able to just switch party members in this game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't think they've ever had that since.
You mean mid-combat?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, 15 didn't have characters to switch about.
No, but they've had a few games with like multiple characters. I suppose the way some of those games work is not necessary. So.
Yeah, 13 you could.
Yeah, and it's.
Oh, magic weapon. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Oh, a rare showed up. That's fun.
Oh.
Meanwhile, I have discovered Law.
Law?
Law. As one of the party members in Tales of Arise is a fucking punchy man named Law.
Martial law?
Yes.
Forest law?
No.
Huh.
He is currently working as part of this, like, fucking cops, though, so.
Yeah.
I always forget which one's which. Out of Marshall and Forest.
Kronos, there we go. I have no idea what's going on and everything is going to hell and I have no MP.
Elfin getting all the tutorializing and info on how astral energy works because he's a dweeb who just got out of being a slave for the year that he was an amnesiac. So poor child.
Fucked. How do I get out of this situation?
I think they picked the most boring possible skits to put in the demo so that Alphen would just be like the least appealing, which is really disappointing. Because like he's got a lot more character in like the first few hours of this than he showed it all in the demo.
Yeah, just like, and any of the marketing.
Yeah.
Like it's the marketing campaign. I know that like getting incredibly angry about video game marketing campaigns has kind of become a part of my brand. But also, like, ever since FF15. But also, what the fuck were they doing with this one?
I don't know.
I'm so fucking dead.
Did you know Final Fantasy VIII had a contest to win a car?
Yeah, but it wasn't a custom car.
It wasn't a custom car, but I just thought I'd bring it up because it was another car.
Yeah.
Game over.
I still think that all the fantasy names in this sound like extra fake in a way that I can't, like, parse. Like, I don't know, it sounds like it diverges from the way fantasy names are handled in a lot of things, and it just sounds like someone really trying to be more original than, like,
yeah.
I think they sound... Too many of them sound too close to something else, right?
That too. But like also like Orbis Calaglia is a fucking country, and you're just like, okay, that's a mouthful. I don't know what you think you just said, but
Well, I mean, Calaglia is obviously, in some sense, pulling from Caligula, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously, but like, then there's Castle Ganymead.
Yeah,
like...
that was the one that was really like, what?
And all of the enemies being called Zeugles. Like, what the
Zeugles.
Yes.
Yeah, Zeugles is how it's been localized. And yeah, we have no idea what to do with that, honestly. Where are you going? I've lost track.
I handed Doc some peppers and he taught me how to make kebabs. Yeah.
Nice. I should get back to a Tales game.
Tales of Arise is probably going to be good. I'm actually really optimistic about this in a way that I didn't know I could have been with the marketing because the marketing was so fucking bad.
It has been just... It feels like coming home. Like...
I know! Like, we spent so much time just shouting at each other and fucking chat about it.
Like...
Oh...
You know, the PS4 games and the PS3 games were all just... There was something slightly wonky about them one way or another.
Well, it didn't help that, like, Zestiria and Berseria were like, fucking surrounded by gamer rage for no good reason. Because Zestiria had that whole thing where they, quote, lied about the heroine because the swap from Alicia to Rose.
Yeah.
Despite, you know, there being no guarantee that a main female lead is gonna stick with you the entire time. And then there was just a female main character, so the gamers got mad.
Yeah.
And then there was all the discourse about which one was better, and
yeah. But then, like, you know, even the Zillias, those are some... I don't know, like, I like lots of things about those games, but you spent so much time in just featureless box canyons. Like, on your way between places.
Yeah, I don't know, that never bothered me, but also, like, we didn't get to talking until after I was already done with Xillia 1 and Graces, I think.
And 2, like, by the time we were hanging out, you were talking extensively about how much you liked Xillia 2.
Xillia 2 came out the same year that I played Nier.
Yeah, that was...
a year before, I think, we met?
Yeah. Because we met in, like, either late 2014 or very early 2015. And you had already played the Zillias by then.
Yeah.
I did my big Tales playthrough in 2015.
I've still only played Symphonia and Zestiria all the way through.
Well, plenty of time to fix that.
Yeah, they're not coming out at the catch-up with the Japanese production schedule of one a year like they were for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also remember that being a fucking, like, complaint that people had. They were just like, well, like, Graces and Xillia 2 came out, like, one a year. Why is Zestiria taking so long? And I'm like, because we've been behind for several years, and they're catching up.
I remember the rate of, like, when there was 2 Yakuza games a year.
Yeah.
That was
horrific.
Well, that's when I got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were really well served for a while. This is the fucker.
I mean, they make one of those a year now anyway.
Yeah.
And then the newest one is worldwide release.
Yeah.
It's extremely cool that those games have taken off. To that extent, like...
Yeah. I think it's cool. There's a lot of rough things to those games that I wish that they would maybe take a closer look at and maybe work to fix. They still haven't, but
fair enough.
Don't go
Don't do that.
But yeah, no, like, I don't know what the fuck they were on with the marketing for this. Like, they had a fucking Tales fan in HoloLive promoting it, and they still failed to fucking convey anything about the game.
Yeah, like, and then, like, I watched some of those streams, and it was clear that Kiara just had no idea what was going on. Like, they hadn't told her anything.
Yeah.
I think, like, I don't know, I'm, like, actively trying to spend less time at looking at this sort of marketing stuff on games. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
the reason we were trying is because we were like, okay, new Tales game, what the fuck is going on here? And the answer we got was shrug.
Yeah. I mean, I was genuinely, like, really seriously cold on the first trailers. Like, I couldn't see what...
I was excited for the existence of a Tales game, but like they didn't pitch it well at all.
Yeah.
Like,
And
all
that's
I knew
right,
is that like maybe it's like Rebirth, which we didn't get, so I didn't have any reference. Because that's also a theme of like interracial like stuff. But like I don't know.
Yeah. But
They fucked it.
Better they fuck the marketing than the game.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm maybe a little concerned that given how development goes, they were just like they were still finalizing what they wanted the game to be by the time marketing needed to start. And then something changed and they didn't pivot or whatever, but like this has been in the works for 4 years.
Yeah, and I mean, some of those first trailers really did look like, you know, almost kind of more tech demo-y, really.
Yeah.
But also, like, just the basic thing of he can't feel pain and she inflicts pain on anyone who touches her. Which, you know, that's a fairly straightforward piece of characterization. I don't think I encountered that information anywhere in the marketing.
Yeah, no, like Shion's whole deal was not there.
Yeah,
like
it's just like
I definitely remember like he doesn't feel pain being something I saw, but I don't remember where.
I think it might have been mentioned on Kiara's stream actually, but
when she was desperately trying to make him sound interesting.
Oh, there's a magic pot there in the middle of 4 dragons. Oh no, only 2 dragons.
Also, one minor complaint is that if you want to look at your side quests, you have to go into field guide and then activity records.
Yeah, yeah, it's not perfect. Yeah, and there are little issues with the lock, for example. Like the proof, it needed another proofread.
Yeah. It has I don't know what the process is. I want to see inside the localization thing one of these days, because Berseria had this issue too where some of the lines have subtitles that look like they were dictated poorly and not like...
I think Berseria had this problem where like the main quest had clearly been edited and basically all the side quest text just hadn't had an editor at all.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of it was just gibberish.
I found like a particularly bad instance of it was, I don't remember what the phrase was, but it was just like, if you read this line, you'd think someone was having a stroke. And if you heard the line, you were like, oh, that's what they misheard. But it really sounds like they probably wrote all the stuff to be read out loud and then decided to make the subtitles based on like dictation software. Like at some point that became a reasonable part of their workflow, which is concerning. Maybe slow down the production if that's going to be how you do things.
Yeah.
It's the same translator is on Berseria.
Okay, but like they're not doing 100% of it.
Yeah. But then
And also, there's been 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's because it's probably like a workflow thing. Because I think like I was like reading up on like Square's in the 90s, their translation situation, and things got better when they can improve like the workflow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where people were able to just do better stuff and had a team to work with, and but like they came across some quirks along the way.
I wanted to make sure to kill that magic pot, which actually caused me my first proper game over in like 20 hours. Because it's guarding the chest that contains the ribbon, but the chest that contains the ribbon is not a guaranteed spawn. And instead I came away with 3 gil.
Yeah, how long have you spent on the game so far?
Question mark.
Well, it's just in the menu, isn't it?
Is it actually in the menu? 44.5 hours.
Huh.
This backpack is wearing this owl is wearing a backpack.
Nice.
Backpack is wearing an owl?
I mean, so in Tales of Arise, there are collectible owls you can find in every map. They give you accessories, and they're wearing the accessories that they give you.
It's very good. Also, all of the ones that have like sounds, the sounds are a person making an owl noise.
They all have sounds. That's how you find them.
Yeah.
Once you have Hootle going, "Hoo, there's a fucking owl around, bud."
So, like, one of the things with Zestiria for me, right, is I feel like I never fully understood that game's combat system.
I never fully understood the game's combat system. The
It's
last Tales game whose combat system I fully understood was Vesperia. I've given up since then.
But like, I just didn't understand what the numbers all meant on the screen. I just hit things until they fell over.
Yeah, pretty much.
I basically understood it when I was playing it, and I could not tell you now. Tales of Berseria is even more just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Like I tried replaying Berseria and I found no reason to do anything except to mash the "you decide" button, which they shouldn't. Like if your combo system has that, you fucked up. Like if you have a 4x4 grid of attacks you can do, and the best option is to just let the game choose for you, you have fucked up.
Yeah. I do want to play Berseria though.
It's a cool game with some interesting ideas, but it never quite got over the level design problem that it and Zestiria have. So a lot of places where you go that are identical narrow corridors and square rooms.
Yeah, I did. Well, I think the thing initially was Zestiria is all the battles take place in the environment, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of their like features, was that they took place in literal
Even
space.
though functionally there is a transition between.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like the whole thing was like they wanted to try and remove that abstraction. Notably, they've stopped doing that for Arise.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is just like I didn't notice it initially in Zestiria because of the transition.
Yeah.
And I think it was like I think one of you mentioned it in like a tweet or something, and then that's when I noticed it.
Yeah, the experience of playing Zest and Burst is a bit like, that's a magic pot, don't do it. I I like both of those games. I have a lot of affection for them, but also.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Okay, we're leaving. Bye.
What did you find? A super monster?
Yeah, I wanted to see how beefy that mantis was. The answer is level 43 beefy.
Oh, is that the one in the first area?
Yes.
Fun.
Oh, and you can't flee from it, by the way.
Fun.
Rude.
Yep. Come on.
Be able to 100% flee from every encounter.
I mean, it's a big boss. They tell you to not do that.
Yeah. But also, by that
Okay.
same token, it's the sort of encounter where you really need guaranteed fleas.
Ooh, actually, no, you don't. Recovering from a party defeat. When the party wipes out in a normal fight and loses, it costs CP to recover in that same area. While you'll still return the same HP with no CP, you won't recover HP, meaning that retreating to recruit CP can still be wise.
Huh.
So they just reset you before the battle.
At a cost of a few CP. Which, like, again, that's
At the
another
cost
great...
of- yeah.
That's another great use of the CP system, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, that system... So this is a system where... What are we doing? Can we kill some of these zombies? There's like 4 of them now. That's a problem. The CP system is like... You don't have traditional MP, but healing abilities specifically have a...
A resource pool.
Yeah. And it's shared across the whole party. And... only replenishes if you rest or use items. And they keep finding clever new ways to use it. It is a really sharp innovation on, like, kind of MP
The idea
as a formula.
of how MP like becomes a resource pool that you draw from in order to progress further into zones or other dangerous areas. They just ripped that out and made it its own thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is really neat.
Yeah, no, it's a cool move. Oh my god, these fucking ghosts! I don't even need to be killing them anymore. What am I doing?
I'm gonna fight a golem.
Nice.
Oh wow, he got. Oh man, this rock is made of goo.
What?
So the golems are like a bunch of rocks stuck together with like goo. So he had like a big One Piece ass swing where he swung a rock and it stretched out.
Nice.
Ooh.
But yeah, there's also like field actions you can do that cost cure points, which is what the CP stands for, and one of them is absorbing flames with Alphen, but because he has to use the sword, you need to be healed afterwards because he has a magic sword that really fucking hurts him to use, but he can't feel pain, so he's just like, ouch.
Yeah,
Please heal.
it's in a way the fact that, you know, the giant flaming sword burns him is the goofiest detail in the game. It's such a gotcha. Yeah, sort of thing that somebody would say on the GameFAQs forums in 2005. It's like, if he was actually using that sword, then it would burn his arms off. And it's like, okay, let's run with that then.
Yeah.
And they do quite successfully.
So far, anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Have you got Rinwell's field action yet?
No.
Okay.
I'm fucking around with old maps and finding
Side questy stuff.
owls. No, just owls.
Fair enough. I mean, the owls are fun.
The owls are fun.
I don't think they're as funny as the turtles or cats, at least not yet, but they are cute. And then maybe a little less uncanny.
Yeah. They all look like Dharma, and it's cute. Attack up, sure. Scrap meat and pepper. Yeah, attack up.
I'm a little bit curious what the like scrap meat comes from.
Yeah.
Like, is that
also
supposed...
It must be said the main character Alphen is voiced by the dude who voices Noctis, and there are camping scenes where you talk to your party members. Har har. I can't wait for the Final Fantasy 15 comparison think pieces.
Ray Chaser's in a lot of things these days.
He was in a really bad Fallout New Vegas mod.
Hmm.
In a mod?
Yes.
Wow. Whoops, white magic.
Yeah, I feel like there wasn't a lot with him before Final Fantasy 15, and now he's just in loads of stuff.
Yep.
Huh.
He's also going to be... Actually, I don't know if he's going to be back in... I don't know if he has any voiced lines in the 14 collaboration that starts like tomorrow, the rerun. I don't think he does. I think I would have remembered that.
I'm gonna sleep. Is there an immunity to disease?
Also, one of your party members has boosts elemental attack strength based on the number of owls gathered, so I'm buffing Rinwell. That's my excuse for finding owls.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay, well, I know what my strat's going to be. Rinwell's good.
Yeah.
I like Rinwell.
Yeah. I hope she chills out a little bit, but I hope that for Xion too.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they're at each other's throats. I mean, they may be over-egging it a bit, but, like... I like how it's playing out, and if they can take enough time over it, then I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Is there an immunity to disease? I don't think there is.
Also, for the record, I really want to find out what Zephyr's deal is. Because it really feels like he knows like way too much for just a dude who's been stuck in one. Well, like obviously he had law.
I hope his inevitable death is like actually works narratively and isn't cheap.
Yeah. Well, I mean he's about to be publicly executed, so we're gonna try and stop that. I wonder if that's going to work at all. Or if it's going to catalyze Alphen into doing something stupid.
It's probably going to catalyze Alphen into doing something stupid. Excuse me. What am I doing? Disease. Where? There we go. Serum. This is not going very well.
Okay, Golem and 3 wolves.
Nice.
Lamau, goodbye.
Stop casting disease on me, you fucks.
I also like Rinwell's mechanic being like, she can charge up spells and then store them and then combo them with other spells. Which means she can end up casting higher spells than she has the level for, if you do it right. Which seems like it would be fun to play.
I'm extremely bad with casting characters in Tales games, but yeah.
To be fair, I also am bad because I think they're just bad to play in a mostly melee designed
Yeah.
game, but like, we'll see. I'm at least willing to give her a shot because her mechanic sounds neat. And also, like, if you tried to do that in a game with a more traditional MP pool, it would be a nightmare because you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna cast fucking Thunderblade. Whoops, I'm out of MP. And that would be it. But with the art gauge based stuff, I think it'd be fine.
Could we maybe, like, actually attack the boss at all, guys? Would help a bit. I know what I should do.
Anyway, yeah, it's been a delightful return to Element as we just shout Owl King at each other. To be very fair, the Owl King is very good, and his reveal is also very good. Oh, I got another outfit from him, actually. Who? Oh my god, they're alt colors for fucking Xion! Oh my god. Oh, that's good.
Which alt colors is it?
I'll show you shortly. Let me open my Arise screenshots folder. Ugh.
Oh, I just can't res. Spinella's the only one with MP because this fucker has invert and is spamming it at me.
I posted it in mod chat.
Cool, I'll have a look later.
I'm going to put her in the red one with black accents because she's that edgy. I'm a little sad that the DLC is so fucking busted.
I can't do anything because everything here is completely immune to damage. I mean, the Pandemonium, I suppose, might not be immune to magical damage, but I really don't want to sub in magic damage into this fight because my magic damage is on Fran, whose level is too low.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that there's a premium pack that gives you 50% off the thing that lets you make accessories makes it so you can cook and weapon forge with one ingredient. 30% off the general store, double cooking effect time, and just gives you a bunch of SP. Is
How long those games have had like that sort of DLC that like just boosts for a while?
Huh?
Haven't they had boosters?
Zestiria and Berseria definitely did.
Yeah. Xillia and Xillia
Oh no,
2 also
Vesperia
had
did. That DLC. It had level ups you could buy, but
yeah, Zestiria, Berseria, Xillia, Xillia 2, Graces had level packs you could buy.
I feel like that sort of like stuff is really common in Atlas games. Actually.
Well, it's Atlas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not so much in Persona, it seems like.
Okay, I can finally deal damage again.
I think that's because there's only been like one Persona game since that was a thing.
Yes, that's true, actually.
Which I think there is also like...
They didn't try for Golden.
Yeah, no. Golden was... yeah. Like, Persona 5 Royal definitely has... No, Persona 5 definitely has bonuses, yeah. I don't know if they're straight levels, but there's like free items. And I know that one of the things on Persona 5 Royal is that if you have original Persona 5 save files, they give you like some really fucking OP personas.
Oh, really?
God.
Yeah.
That's extremely Atlas Improved Edition vibes.
That feels like an apology.
No, we can't say Persona 5 is bad anymore. Lexi likes it.
I don't like it.
No, you can say it.
I've never played it. I wasn't convinced by the Let's Play I watched.
Maybe Royal is good, but too much time investment.
It is a big time investment, to be sure.
Okay, I was wrong. The original save just gets you some healing items.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. The free Persona
I must be strong.
5 Royal Legacy DLC includes a level 91 fucking Messiah.
Jesus
I'll tell you
Christ.
What was kind of fucks with an Atlas game is, like, I was reviewing
I must endure.
Etrian Mystery Dungeon, and like in the review period there's like some free DLC there for like there was some like stuff like level and currency boosting, so I thought, yeah, I'll get that because I can't be bothered, so it'll take half as long. It's free on there, and a friend of mine bought the game, and like I said, I'm like, oh yeah, there's this free DLC there, and he just looks like, no, it's not. And it was not free.
Yeah.
After the review, it might have been free at launch, is the thing, because I know they've done that before.
Yeah.
Even so.
Yeah, that's a sucky move.
Spotted cat ears.
Amazing. Please finish the thing. Okay, Ash now has some MP.
I watched the thing this afternoon.
I'm really dead.
I also like the shader they worked on. They were like, wow, we made new anime shaders for our anime game. And I'm like, whatever. Okay, thank you. But I really do like the shader work that they're doing with this.
Love
looks
it.
Really good.
When the game looks more anime.
Like, honestly, it could still use the contrast bumped up a bit, but I'm not going to complain.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as pallid as like the other games have kind of looked.
Yeah.
I think the best shader work they've done is actually on all the attacks. Like, all the particle effects and stuff are really good. And also, more importantly, it's really easy to tell when things are attacking for me, so I can roll through them and get perfect evade bonuses. Like punching someone in the face.
I've had mixed success with that. But yeah, I like that it's an evade-based system. I prefer evade, even when I'm bad at the evasion.
I mean, the thing is, the guard-based systems since Vesperia have had evades built into them, and you just don't take advantage of it, I guess.
Yeah, like I struggled with the evade stuff in those games, whereas it feels like fundamental in this one.
I mean, they were pretty fucking fundamental. Jude can straight up ghost behind a man if you
That was
dodge
was the only one that I actually kind of had my head around. Like,
That's not surprising.
I basically got through that entire game on the basis of that ability. Do I have enough MP to cast spell?
I also like, I'm doing these side quests, and the people of Caligula are like, they're treating Alphen all right, but they've stopped calling him Iron Mask and have started calling him Blazing Sword, because he's not a person, he's an icon to them, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I was talking with Becky about how I don't know if like I'm gonna be able to read all the stuff written into this game by the creators that they would intend as like an allegory for racism as witnessed by Japanese society, because I'm not from Japan, and a lot of Japanese racism comes from like cultural stuff, in like more like straightforwardly like you're wearing something different, which like is like they're doing. I think that's what Shion is, and she's doing an all right like job of making that something that I'm even thinking about, because like she's got this obsession with fashion, and like a really shallow read on that would be like, oh my god, the girl likes fashion, this is trash.
Yeah.
But like
it's
definitely
it's very clearly not that. Like it's very clearly like clothing signifies something pretty loudly in this setting that is just not being, you know, something is not quite going through about that. Oh god, we could be here the whole fucking stream.
Oh boy.
But yeah, like there's also the stuff with like, because there's two different societies, one of them imprisoning and otherwise oppressing the other, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that I'm gonna try and be more attentive to stuff.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say this in any way that undermines, but this does sound like the sort of thing you'd find in a Tales game.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, yes, but also we had Berseria, which was like not very like, I appreciate you a lot, Becky, but also the messages of Berseria were logic not always good. That's it. Like there's more to it, but also like that's the biggest thrust of that game, and I think it I don't know, it doesn't do much for me. It didn't do much for me then. I don't think it.
Well, I mean, like, it worked for me because it, like,
Here goes.
you know, I come up through a culture that is very like the bad guys in that game. To me, I think like Arise for me seems less subtle in a lot of ways. But it's early days yet. Anyway, after this, hopefully I can start actually dealing with the boss that I'm here to fight, rather than the mini bosses that he summons.
I got it.
I did go in basically inadequately prepared. Yeah, I'm on level and my gear is fine. I just didn't do any specific setup.
Here goes.
Which is why I'm getting
Right.
walked all over.
You know, the problem I'm having with, I don't often complain that like most of the enemies don't have enough HP in video games. That is never my experience, but I do feel like the boost strikes kind of don't, or like the boost combos don't really do much in non-boss combat, because everything dies before you get their stagger off. And I can't tell if that's just not having a party or just HP totals.
I'm fucking dead. It's time to use an elixir. Oh,
'Cause it
elixirs
got, like,
refill your friggin'. That's worth knowing.
MP?
Your mischarges.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
That's new.
Anyway, yeah, I appreciate how Tails, the whole thing sounds, but also it's both more straightforward about it and more subtle than I think people are going to pick up on.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with like political. It's the problem with political sentiment in popular narrative
Yeah.
in general. Is it just isn't really a persuasive medium.
Well, I thought it's especially people don't tend to pick up on subtleties all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Which, I mean, that's why they're called subtleties, I suppose.
Yeah. My stance is a lot of people have trouble reading the text of a game sometimes, let alone the subtext.
Yeah.
So.
This is especially true of Japanese role-playing games.
Yeah.
Yep. We had endless discussions on that front for.
Yeah. Anyway, that didn't
reasons.
work, so I've given up, and we'll go and do something else. I'm not sure what we'll go and do. Maybe I'll have another go at Fafnir. Because at least I know what to do there. The problem with Shadow Seer is that you just need to concentrate more than I'm willing to do on a Sunday evening. Where am I going? Oh, no.
I've just been like, I don't know what to play this whole time, and I've just put on some fucking Mahjong Solitaire.
It's fair enough.
Yep.
Classics and all.
Yeah. I remember having some old, like, one on the PC that just had a sci-fi level that you just played clips from old sci-fi movies that are in the public domain.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe I should learn to play actual Mahjong.
Things that nerds say at a rate of about 1 every 3 months.
It's anyone who ends up playing Yakuza is like, maybe I should actually learn the games in these things. Most people like play Yakuza and like, oh, I'll do everything in the game except I can't really learn fucking Mahjong and Shogi.
Yeah.
There's a fucking baseball management game in like Yakuza 6, which if you don't know, like for me is impenetrable.
Yeah.
I had no fucking clue what anything was.
I gotta say, like, I watch a lot of Secret Base videos. I still really like watching Secret Base videos, but every time they're doing a video on like, American football, basketball, I understand. American football took a bit of a while, but I got the hang of it eventually. I have no fucking clue what any baseball statistic means at all. Just all completely impenetrable.
Sometimes I don't understand our own national sports at the best of times, but
I think I do understand
I feel like I
rugby,
do
football, and
now.
cricket, but like,
But it took me time.
yeah.
Because I was one of those nerds at school that never engaged with sports.
I did a bit,
Yep.
but like, also I actually quite enjoy watching several sports.
I just never really got into watching much sport outside of like World Cups and that as a kid. I mean, that's kind of true now. I don't tend to
Yeah. I think the only sporting events I would go out of the way for are like Six Nations Rugby and the Super Bowl. But every couple of years I get into some new sport. And the process of learning how to watch a sport, learning how to like tell how a game is going by looking at it, interests me.
Yeah.
Because like the score is never enough information to really tell how a game's going.
Yeah. I ended up watching.
like this quest I just did.
I ended up rewatching Yuri on Ice recently, and I thought, what if I get into figure skating? Watching it.
Yeah, I just did a quest in Arise that was just like, okay, so we're in the city or the country of like the fucking sky is permanently dark, and also there are like it's a Cold War, haha, the Ice City, haha, Cold War. Everyone's trying to snitch on each other to get ahead, and Alphen's just like, oh, this dude needs some help with a quest, so you go kill some enemies that are on the path to the nearby like the hut that you stop by before you get to this town. And once you come back, he's just like, so why did you help me? And Alphen just like, well, so I can making sure nobody dies is enough reason to help for me.
Yeah.
And he's just like, so like, why did you need those killed? And he goes, well, there's this old tradition, and I needed to go to the general store for it. And Renwell's just like, oh, that old tradition where you make someone an owl charm when you're gonna tell someone that they mean a lot to you. And it's just like, oh my god, engagement owl.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It'd be really good if you could wake one of my party members up instead of casting sleep on them. Fafnir.
Yeah, the quest was called Fire Beneath the Ice.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm really excited to see the ways that all the other lands are fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what element this country is.
Which country?
Cislodia. Because, like, you'd think, oh, it's ice. But the astral energy they're gathering is light.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm probably trying to cast too many buffs. Let's have you stop that.
That's why I was talking about, like, Alphen was getting tutorialized on astral energy earlier, because they were talking about what astral energy they were gathering and why they would need to be gathering light energy.
Oh, which one of these is immune to sleep? It's Nishijin Belt, right.
I also really appreciate that they're making, it seems like they're making an effort to, like, have dialogue overlap in natural ways.
Nice.
Because
I wish games had more of that.
yeah.
What's immunity to silence? There it is. This dragon isn't doing its breath attack at all. There we go.
Oh boy, sewers.
It was
Wow.
going to happen in
Truly a
Steeplands.
JRPG.
Yeah.
The first 3 dungeons are Mine, Castle, Sewer. It's fine.
I mean, they are, but they look good at least.
Yeah. They also, like, it's not Berseria where the first 3 dungeons are caves.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I appreciate the fact that you can save anywhere, but the fact that there's not save points makes me forget to save sometimes.
Yeah.
Which
it
is
just-
mostly fine because autosaves are pretty reliable, but
Yeah. It's a great lesson in, like, how save points are or became more than just a, like, technological
Yeah.
necessity, right? That, like, they tell you something about the
So-
rhythm of play.
we had this
There's,
discussion with Golden Sun.
Yeah.
One of the Mario and Luigi games has both. Where they introduced the save anywhere, but they just put in save points anyway.
I think that was true of Superstar Saga's remake.
Yeah,
Maybe? Yeah.
but
Are you sure? Because
No.
oh no, that's right. Superstar Saga also has like the heal checkpoints, right?
yes,
And I remember like always being desperate for heal checkpoints.
the I should probably get around to the Bowser's Inside Story remake at some point.
I want to actually sit down and finish Partners in Time Ever first, but yeah, I should also do that.
I have finished that game before.
I haven't. I got to like the last boss and then my save got lost because I was borrowing the game from a friend and he accidentally deleted it. So
Rude.
yeah, I mean it was his game. So,
Yeah, it's true. It's more than one save file.
yeah, I know, but he accidentally deleted it.
Oh
I
well.
really didn't realize it was mine.
Accidents happen.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. We're nearly there. Please let me beat at least one boss this stream. So I could just chain cast White Breath, I guess. That's fun. Oh, and I have no fucking MP again.
Fuck.
Yeah, meanwhile, my
Uh-oh.
non-arised attention is focused on Cookie Clicker.
I have the phone version of that. I've been messing with the phone version of that game for a while. And I feel like it seems like it comes across as being much slower than any other version of the game.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Which, I don't know. I feel like my amount of cookies acceleration has gone really slow since my last ascension. So. But I think I only installed it just to have something to do. Because I couldn't
Yeah,
really
that's reasonable.
play much other games at the time.
Right now, I'm at the point where I just need to ruminate and let my numbers go up, and I need to do it while the game is open so I can do the farming minigame.
Oh, fuck me. Game overed again.
Woof.
I'm starting to get to the point where there are things, where everything I have left to do in this game is just not really stuff I can do on stream because I don't concentrate well enough when I play on stream.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up telling us both to shut up.
No. I'd rather have the conversation.
Hmm.
But I might just wrap the game up and move on. It's not like there aren't other CC games to do.
Oh my god.
My Umineko streams.
Oh god.
I'm not going to stream Umineko.
Just drop into chat while you're playing Umineko.
Yeah, that definitely would. I think I'm actually going to wrap it up there. I am still pretty tired. And,
Yeah.
Maybe I'd play better, but also maybe not. There's plenty else to be working on. I'm not going to stream tomorrow because it's just a really busy week. So my next stream is going to be Tuesday, Minecraft with Lexi.
Oh.
I'm going to build a house.
Yeah.
I think I have my design in mind, roughly.
I need to figure out my design and also where to put it. The farmhouse that I built is more farm than house, but it does have beds in it because I cannot be bothered to run back to the main house every time.
That's fair. I think I'm just going to build mine on the mountain, like right above spawn.
Yeah, of course you will.
I'm going to use some of that amethyst that I dug up.
Yep.
But for now, thank you for the company.
Thank you for stream.
See you all on Tuesday.
See you soon.
Well,
Good night.